Thank you, Dr. Veera, for the kind words. At the outset, I would like to thank and congratulate PCSI and the Child Health Link for giving me this opportunity to deliberate on revised curriculum of BSc Nursing in India, a perspective. Can I have the first slide, please? Now, the BSc Nursing program, it's a 4-year full-time program, which is comprising of 8 semesters, and it prepares a student to be a registered nurse who can practice in any of the settings like public, government, or private healthcare setting. And now this new program is going to be working on credit system and semester system. Earlier we had 4 years, but now it's been converted into 8 semester system as per the recommendation of UGC guidelines. And this program encompasses foundational, core, and elective courses. Next slide, please. The revised guidelines. Next slide. The revised guidelines have been prepared by the Indian Nursing Council, which is a regulatory body in India. And this program prepares nurses for the journalist role. And we believe in making them acquire knowledge related to wellness and health promotion and prevention and management of disease. Now, if you look at the philosophy, the Indian Nursing Council, it believes that health and wellness are two fundamental concepts that are to be integrated throughout the program. Health is a state of well being that encompasses physical, psychological, social, emotional, and spiritual dimensions. And wellness is the
I think we can't hear you, Dr. Poonam. I think your
ability to adapt. And we all know health is it's a matter of state as well as a matter of concern of the center, and is supposed to be the basic right of any individual. Next slide, please. Now, coming to the aims of the program, the aims of the undergraduate program are to produce knowledgeable, competent nurses who have critical thinking skills, and who are highly motivated and assertive and well disciplined while responding to the needs of the patient and responding to the needs of the profession. We also believe in preparing the graduates so as to provide promotive, preventive, curative, and rehabilitative healthcare services to our patients. We want our nurses to be good decision makers who can independently take decisions in the various nursing situations which are within the scope of nursing practice. At the same time, protecting the rights of the individual and working in a collaborative manner, making use of evidence-based techniques, and preparing nurses as practitioners, teachers, and supervisor is the another aim of the program. However, this is a foundation course, and then thereafter, so as to be real practitioner and a teacher, we encourage our graduate students to go for higher education and pursue post graduation program and doctoral program. Next slide, please. Now, coming to the scope of nursing practice, the nursing practice encompasses provision of promotive, preventive, curative, and rehabilitative aspects of care to people across the lifespan in a wide variety of healthcare settings. So, the competencies which the nursing students are going to gain following the program are going to help them to provide quality care and safe care, and also evidence-based care to the patients. Next slide, please. So here are the 10 competencies for them to develop uh, when they are going to work in the clinical area. And these competencies are patient-centered care, professionalism, leadership, system-based practice, health informatics and technology, communication, teamwork, collaboration. Next slide, please. Safety, quality improvement, and evidence-based practice. So in nutshell, these 10 core competencies are required by every graduate so that they can provide holistic care to the individuals according to the patient's preference. They should be able to demonstrate professionalism and maintaining the highest possible standard of nursing care. We expect them to be the good leaders and who can have a good collaborative role with the other disciplines. We want them to make best use of the technology available to them. They should be able to effectively communicate with the patients as well as with the team members and with the other collaborative members. And at the same time, they should be continuously working towards patient safety, working towards quality improvement, and making sure that the evidence-based practices are all the time used while providing patient care. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Hello.